Welcome everyone to the first video featuring False Peace. In today's video, I'm kicking off our adventure and building the first house in this world. Please leave a sign of your support. It motivates me to record more episodes of False Peace. Let's get into the video. The loading times. Right after spawning into the world, I immediately came across a structure, but I wasn't prepared. So I grabbed what I could and quickly fled to get ready properly and gather some wood for basic items. Right, so we're creating the first tools. We have a nice wooden pickaxe, so we'll call some cobblestone to create a better pickaxe and maybe some kind of furnace. Since we have everything ready, we'll quickly head into the nearest cave. Didn't end well. Respawned. Luckily, I wasn't far away and I'm not playing on hardcore mode, because that would have ruined our beautiful start. So now that the first death is out of the way, it's time for the first expedition and the first structures. On the way, I stopped by this cool cave with a mushroom in it to gather some iron and coal. While I'm busy with this monotonous resource gathering, I'd like to mention that I partner with Kinetic Hosting. So if you're looking for a game server, please check them out via the banner in the Modpack. If you don't know what the banner looks like, go to the channel. You'll find a step-by-step guide in the short videos. And a quick question, do you want me to record using my own voice in my native language or with an English voiceover? Let me know in the comments. Alright, let's continue our expedition to find a spot for our house or to look for cool structures with loot. Well, there we have the first small structure, but pretty useful items for the very start of the game. Some iron, coal, and cobblestone. And I even found a shield. And some guy who clearly works out at the gym. We've got another one, a bigger one this time. I'll find a way in soon. And here is our entrance into this structure. Let's see what we find here. A bit of coal always comes in handy, so it's worth gathering some just in case. Let's see what else we have here. The loot is nothing special, just a bit of food and resources. But you're about to see the most important thing I got. And so, here we have Trident. Oh, and now some armor, leather chest piece, and iron pants. Not bad. Always something. I've just run into some fellow ghosts, so I think it's the perfect time to leave this structure and look for a bed, or at least a spot for a starter base. On the way, however, I stumbled upon an amethyst deposit that I'll need later, but unfortunately, only 4 crystals were ready. We'll need amethyst either for tools or for warpstone, which will allow me to teleport between locations. After leaving, I found a silo with plenty of straw, so I took some and used it along with some wool I found nearby to make a bed so I could sleep through the rough nights. So what's next on the journey? Well, I think we've found our favorite spot to stay at the very beginning. Not only is there a village nearby, but it's also up in the mountains, so I'll have a way to cool off. The only downside so far is probably the pillagers, but I'll use them to get totems in the future. I'll warm up a bit by the lava. It's kind of chilly here, and then we'll keep going. I had to check how to make a water container because without hydration I would have died again. I also found a burning house, but there was nothing interesting inside. So I'll just pocket the villager and head up into the mountains to quickly see what I can find in the village. The road to this village is a bit chilly, but for now, that's not a problem. As you can see, I'm out of water, so I can't run fast. Okay, what's hidden inside the little houses? There's nothing here, but I'll at least make myself a canteen. As you can see, a fever is slowly coming on, so I need to hurry and warm up somehow. It's easiest to warm up by a campfire, but you're about to see a mistake that could cost someone their entire world in Minecraft Hardcore. Look, the temperature is normal, yet I'm still freezing and losing my life. I quickly returned using the back command, which is added by the mod, so everyone will have it. I'll grab some water to have for later, and then I'm off to get ready for building the house. I'll start with the tree felling, but I'll spare you most of the details about building the house and getting everything ready for it. Quickly laying out items. And we're off to do some more cutting. Now we will level the ground, and a shovel will come in handy for that. Alright, the site is reasonably level, so we'll start building the house soon. Sleep first because there's a storm. And so we're starting construction. I'll show you bits and pieces because I don't see the point in you watching the entire house building process and the gathering of materials. As you can see, the walls are slowly going up, but I'm most worried about the roof. I have to admit, I'm only an average builder. Here are some small details and minor corrections. Another detail, there will be a few more. Right, let's get cracking on the floor. And then there's my nemesis, the roof. I never seem to be able to build them very nicely. You'll see how it turned out for me. Filling in the framework here. This is what the roof itself looks like, but the house isn't finished yet. I can't show you everything because it would spoil the surprise, but we're off now to look for sand, which would come in handy for making glass, and if I didn't have a canteen, I'd have to drink water from bottles. On the way, we'll stop by a few small structures with crates. And in a cave like that, to gather some iron, I spotted some mobs down there, but I decided not to go down to them because they didn't look friendly. But I peeked into the villager's tent where I found an enchanting setup. Now for a little duel. I thought I'd get a backpack out of it, but nothing doing. Right, so we're back home, we're off to bed quickly, and then we'll finish the build. I had to go mine some cobblestone because I ran out while building my house, and I happened to discover a large coal deposit along the way. Since we're digging again now, maybe you could leave a sub and a like on the channel. I would also be grateful if you could join CurseForge and try your hand at Modpack False Piece. And let me know if this type of content suits you, or if you'd prefer a longer series like 100 Days in False Piece. Now we're going to make a sort of mini warehouse. 6 crates should be enough for now. I don't really have that many items anyway. I'll lay out the rest of the items now. I went into a cave to find some iron or gravel, and look what happened. I got a pickaxe from a spider, and an upgraded one at that. I'm boring you with this ore mining again. Sorry, but there's no way around it. So I've got that gravel bike of mine. I've got a fever again, but I'm rushing home to warm up. You need to make a fire quickly so that it heats the house all the time, even when you are away, although it does not give as much as a heater, but it is always something. Alright, we'll start building the path to the house soon so everything looks nice. But first, sleep, so our house doesn't turn into a crater thanks to our green friend. The path is finished, so now just the finishing touches and it's done. Now just add some grass so everything grows in nicely and quickly and it'll look beautiful. So that's how the finished base looks in this first episode of False Peace. In the next one, we'll probably do something new, maybe a farm or a bigger expedition, but that depends on whether you want episodes like this, or would prefer something like a 100 Days of False Peace special every once in a while, rather than just 10 days. Also, I should mention that the counter on the left broke. That's all for this episode. Take care and see you next time. Bye!